Hello everyone. So today we are going to do few MCQs regarding which are based on unit 1. Right. So let's start with it. First question, data compression means to dash the file size. Increase, decrease, can't say or none of the above. So as we all know, why we are doing the compression of data, we are compressing the data just to decrease the size of the file so that we can store the file. Okay, so second question is data compression and encryption both work on binary. This is true. When we are doing encryption as well as compression, we work on binary only, right? What is compression? Third question. Now, when we say what is compression, there are 4 options which are given. To compress something by pressing it very hardly, obviously not. This is not the answer. To minimize the time taken for a file to be downloaded. To reduce the size of data to save space, to convert one file into another. So D is also not the one, but you can be confused between B and C because B is what? B is the advantage of compressing the data. This is why we are compressing the data, to minimize the time taken for a file to be downloaded. But actual, what is the process when we say what is the process of compression or what is compression? So the right answer will be to reduce the size of data to save space, right? So the option will be, C option will be the right answer. Fourth, data compression usually works by first deleting random bits data or finding repeating patterns. So B is the right answer. Why? Because we are not deleting the random bits. What we are doing, we are finding out the repeating alphabets or repeating symbols, and then we are coding those particular or compressing those particular with the help of certain algorithm. So right option will be B, that is finding repeating patterns. Fifth is, why is data compressed? So here we have options to optimize the data, to reduce secondary storage space. So A is not the answer. We are not optimizing the data, but yes, we are reducing the secondary storage space. C, to reduce packet congestion on network. This is also the right answer. And D is both B and C. So yes, when we are seeing that B and C are the right statements, so we can say that D is the right option as both B and C. Next question is sixth, which is a type of data compression? A, resolution, B, zipping, C, inputting, and D, caching. So obviously, you must all have heard of this zip file. When we compress a particular file, when we reduce the size of the file, we zip that particular file. So zipping is the right option. Seventh question, data compression involves compression only, reconstruction only, both compression and reconstruction, or none of the above. So don't get confused in it. It is not only compression we are doing. We have already seen in data compression that what we are doing, first we are compressing the file at the source end, and at the receiver end we are reconstructing that particular file. So we are doing both the process. So both compression and reconstruction is the right answer. That is C is the right option. Next one is, based on the requirements of construction, data compression schemes can be divided into dash broad classes. So depending on the requirement, reconstruction requirements, this compression scheme can be divided into how many? We all know this, into two broad classes, that is lossy and lossless compression, right? So that will be, the right option will be C, that is 2. Next question is, dash compression is the method which eliminates the data which is not noticeable, and dash compression does not eliminate the data which is not. So here we can say that when we have lossy compression, what we are doing, we are eliminating the data which is not noticeable, but somewhere we are losing some certain information. So here the first option will be lossy, and second one, it will be lossless compression. Why? Because we are not eliminating any type of data. The compressed file is same. The original file is same as the reconstructed file. So second option will be lossless. So the right option we get is B option, that is lossy and lossless. Next question, question number 10. Dash compression is generally used for applications that cannot tolerate any difference between the original and reconstructed data. So as I have given the explanation regarding the 9th question, that the lossless compression are the ones which are used for the applications where we need to have the original data or original file same as the reconstructed file. We cannot tolerate any noise or loss of information. So that particular will be lossless. So lossless is the right option, that is B is the right answer. Next question we have 11th, that is what is compression ratio. So what is compression ratio? Compression ratio is whenever we are finding out the ratio, that is number of bits required to represent the data before compression to number of bits required to represent the data after compression, right? So the right option will be the A option, that is before compression divided by after compression. We are going to find out the ratio, and that is called as the compression ratio. Next question is 12th question, that is we have given a question. Suppose storing an image made up of a square array of 256 into 256 pixels requires 65,536 bytes. The image is compressed and the compressed version requires 16,384 bytes. Then the compression ratio is, so what we are going to do, we have seen already in question number 11. The compression ratio formula is the number of bits required to represent the data before compression. So before compression is this 65,536 divided by the bits required to represent the data after compression, and that is 16,384. So when we calculate this particular 65,536 divided by 16,384, we get 4:1. So the right option will be B part, that is 4:1. 13th question is, lossy techniques are generally used for the compression of data that originate as analog signals such as speed, video, both or none of these. So obviously lossy compression, because we can tolerate certain loss of information. So that will be speech and video. So the right option will be both, that is C option. Next question. If fidelity or quality of a reconstruction is dashed, then the difference between the reconstruction and the original is, first answer is high and small, small or small, high or small. So if we see this particular question, if quality of a reconstruction is small, then the difference between the reconstruction and the original will be high. So this option is not given in any of the options. So right answer will be the D option, that is none of the above. Next question, let's see what is. The development of data compression algorithms for a variety of data can be divided into, it is 2. Why 2? Because we have 2 types of algorithms, that is lossy and lossless compression. Next question, which of the following is true of lossy and lossless compression techniques? First option it is given, lossless compression is only used in situations where lossy compression techniques can't be used. Second option, lossy compression is best suited for situations where some loss of detail is tolerable, especially if it is not be detectable by a human. So this is the right answer. Before moving, we can see that this option can be taken into consideration. Let's move forward. We cannot take the decision right here. C is both lossy and lossless compression techniques will result in some information being lost from the original file. So this is not right. Neither lossy nor lossless compression can actually reduce the number of bits needed to represent a file. This is not at all correct. So the right option will be the B option, that is the lossy can handle certain loss of information which is tolerable. Next question, 17th. Which of the following would not be suitable for compression, lossy compression? So which one will not be suitable? It will be text. We have already seen and we have given description many a times about lossy and lossless. Next question, information theory was given by, so this we all know, the right answer is Claude Elwood Shannon. You can get confused between, because the first name is given Claude in all the options, but it is Elwood Shannon. So right option is B option. Next question, 20th. the unit of information depends on the base of the log. If we use log base 2, the unit is, it should be bits. If we use log base E, then it should be nats. And if we use log base 10, then it should be Hartleys. So the right option will be Hartley nats bits, no. Hartley bits nats, no. Bits nats Hartley, yes, this is the right option. That is C option is right one. Moving further, 21st question. According to Claude Elwood-Shannon's second theorem, it is not feasible to transmit information over the channel with error probability, although by using any coding technique. So it should be small. Next, 22nd, the essential code condition for a good error control coding technique should be what? First option, better error correcting capability. This is correct. B, maximum transfer of information in bits per second. This is also correct. C, faster coding and decoding methods. This is also correct. So the right option will be all of the above because all three are correct for this one. Next one is the prefix code is also called as, this I have already told you in my lectures. It is instantaneous code. So the second name for prefix code is called as the instantaneous code. This you have to remember. Next question. Self-information should be negative, positive, both or none of these. So it should be positive. Next, a code in which no code word is a prefix to another code word is called as dash. So the right answer will be prefix code because we are going to see, we have already seen in the, uniquely decodable codes, we need to find out the prefix codes and accordingly we judge whether the code is a uniquely decodable code or not. Next question, the set of binary sequences is called a code and the individual members of the set are called as code words. So A option is code words and code. This is not correct. B is code and code words. This is correct. And C is none of the answer is correct. So B option is the right answer. That is B. In this we have, when we define a code, it is a set of binary sequence and code word is what? It is an individual member of the set. Next question, full form of ASCII. I think this you all know. This is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So right option is C. Next, composite source models is a combination or composition of several resources in which how many source being active at any given time. So it is obviously only one source will be active at any given point of time. So the right option will be B option. Next question is, for models used in lossless compression, we use a specific type of Markov process model that is called as continuous time Markov chain, discrete time, constant time Markov chain, or none of the above. So this we have seen, this is called as the discrete time Markov chain model. Next question. 30th question is, Markov model is often used when developing coding algorithms for speech, image, both or none of these. So it is used for both, for speech as well as for images, right? So that's all for unit 1 MCQs. Thank you very much.